Hello and welcome to Caravanning with the Missus. Thanks for tuning in, joining, subscribing and watching, and I hope you're all well. Okay, so this vlog is about my Remis window blind we've got in our Bailey Discovery D44. I think it's a Remis. Yeah, it is a Remis. We've got a common problem, seems to be a common problem. I know because there's other vloggers that have done fixes for the same problem, namely Tanks on Tour. Watched their one earlier this morning just to prepare me on what I might find when I start looking into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I fixed it, but first of all I'll show you what the problem is. Problem is basically that. So as you're pulling, usually this bit goes up and down all nice and smoothly together. When it's linked with the fly blind, it seems to go up and down straight, but it's a bit stiff actually. But then if I disconnect from that, that works correctly. And this doesn't, as you can see, it goes all the way down then. But that side seems to be okay. Oh, hang on, oh, that's come off as well. Oh, God, look. So that bit's come off there now. I think that's a different fix. Yeah, so I think that's just come off there with me manhandling it. That plastic bit should be slotted into the aluminium bit there, like it is on this end. So it should be like that. So that's something else I've got to fix. So there you can see the loose string. I'm hoping what it is I'm hoping just the string has come unknotted and not actually broken. There's the other end. Although it's frayed, so it might be broken, not sure. Because I know Andy from Tanks on Tour actually got some new string, so I'll have to look. I'm not sure why it would break though, because presumably there's not a great amount of force unless there's something chafing on it. But yeah, and it's all loose there. So first thing I'm going to have to do is, well, actually, I'll show you what it is. I'll show you what it looks like outside. But before I do that, what I'm going to have to do is just take these caps off. In behind there, there's a screw holding it onto the wall. One in each corner, so I'm going to have to take those off, and then I'll be able to take the whole unit out. It all comes out as one unit. But before I do that, I'll just show you what it looks like outside, actually. So this is what it looks like behind the blind. So this is the side that looks like it works. So we've got the string which wraps around those little plastic things there, and then it goes along here, and then it goes straight along here and in there. So that's the string, that's the side that works, and then it goes down there. This is the side that's come undone. So you see there's no string wrapped around there, and it should go through those little eyelets down there, but it doesn't. So hopefully it's just a case of taking the whole unit off, looking where that one's threaded, and rethread the string and the opposite side, because sort of Tanks on Tour video said this side is threaded down there and goes over this side up there, whereas this side is the opposite side in there. Anyway, let's take it off, see how she goes. Right, so I've undone the four corner bits. They just snap off really, quite easy if you just tug on this little bit, and then they just pop off. So that's quite easy, and I've taken the four little screws out. There's three there, there's one over the other side. And then the actual blind was just clipped on. There's a couple of clips there, so it just came off really. Unless there's a little, I think we've had a leak there about a jar in this cupboard. I think Sadie's going to want to clean that up. But anyway, so yes, and then it just came off, revealing the actual window itself. So what I'm going to do is take the panel inside and have a little investigation. Now I know Andy had his spring. We've got a spring there on the end of that one, which is threaded in correctly. Spring there, I did notice a while back it was dislodged. It was just sort of poking through the bottom of the frame. So I'm assuming it's probably just fell down the back there like it did in Andy's one. So just going to lift up the cushions and see if I can find it. So I've had a bit of a look for the spring. Can't find it. It was quite easy. Oh, I had a look down there. There's a little shelf. It's quite easy to take this bit off. Just unclips there, there, and then just slides out of those. You just lift it up. So it's quite easy. But yeah, I've had a look for this spring. Can't seem to find it anywhere. So I'm not taking it in the house. I'm doing it in the caravan because it's quite big. And anyway, so what I've done is on this side, the dodgy side, I slid that all the way down, slid this all the way up, because when I was in the caravan, this end bit popped out of the aluminium handle bit, whatever the terminology would be. And I can see that the string that's threaded correctly goes in there through the hole in there, and then it looks like it goes down there, through there, and I don't know where it goes from there. But over the other side, the bit that's come out, we can see that it's loose there, so I think it needs to be I'll just check. Oh no, hang on, it'll need to be threaded through the little plastic bit there, and then it'll have to come along. Looking at the other thread, it's threaded through there, and then it just comes along there, goes above those plastic things, and then goes in these plastic things, and then through there. So I'm going to have to thread this one through the plastic bit at the end, excuse the technical terms, and then it's going to have to come along here, and be wrapped around these, and then go down there. And then I need the spring for this bit there, because the other side's got the spring on. So I'm sure Prima will do it. They seem to do bits for most. They seem to do most of the little bits and bobs. Hopefully you don't have to get this thing as a whole unit, but no, I should imagine I'll be able to get a spring. Or looks like a fairly common spring. I'm sure I could probably fashion one out of, or find another spring similar somewhere, maybe get away without the spring, who knows. Anyway, let's have a go at threading that crazy cat through there, through the plastic bit there. I won't film it because I find when I'm filming my DIY jobs, often setting the camera on tripods and stuff can make the DIY job last twice as long as it would otherwise be. So I'll explain what I'm doing, and I'll probably show you after I've done it. Okay, so what I've had to do now is the white string. I've had to put it down there, bum bum bum, and it goes just along with the black. I'll pull it. Yeah, there it is. You see, it's just behind the black, just in between the two black wires, strings, through the white bit of plastic at the end, which is there, that bit, and it's just coming out the bottom there. What I've done to actually get access to this bit of plastic is I've had to take the screw off there, and there's another screw I've had to remove from under there. Oops. Yeah, under there. Both Torque T10 screws, which was a useful bit of information I remembered from Tank on Tour's video, because they put the sizes on. So yeah, I've got a T10 torque bit. Mine's a bit rusty, so I had to take those off. Now what I've got to do is thread the string through this little hole here. What I've done here is I've got one of those plastic things that they, when you order stuff, they wrap the wires together with this. I don't know what you call it. But yeah, so I've done that with tape, a little bit of electrician tape. I've just taped the string to the end, and the idea is because this bit is smaller than the string, because the string's now got a frayed bit at the end, I've just threaded it through the hole, and now I'll just pull it through, as indeed an electrician would do when he's doing his wiring in the house. And so it pulls the string through like that. Just put it tight there. I was just thinking, actually, there's every chance I might get all this done and then think, right, I can't do anything, I can't finish it off without the spring, and then might have to undo it all. Anyway, my little black thing's come off now, but that's okay. So next operation is, I think I'll put the blind up a bit. Hopefully if the string's long enough, I'll wrap it round these little chappies and then down through these little eyelets. See how we go. Right, so it's now about a week on. I've ordered a couple of bits from Amazon. And I've moved the project indoors. I'm in the dining room now because I'm expecting a delivery from Royal Mail. Actually, it is a caravan related delivery. It's a new arm. It's funny, I can never think of words when I'm videoing. It's a new bracket for the telly in the caravan. I might show you me fixing that and all the rest of it some other time. But yes, because the current bracket's reached the end of its life. Anyway, back to the curtain blind. Oh, by the way, I noticed the legend known as Dan Trudgeon was watching his video yesterday, his update thingy, monthly update, and he's got the same problem with his brand new, really expensive, top of the range, latest Bailey with the infinity window at the front. I noticed he's got the same problem with that, but because it's all quite complicated, it looks like he can't take it to pieces, so he's got to send it back for fixing, even though probably quite an easy fix just like this. I presume, well, it's obviously quite a common thing for these strings to break, so I don't know if that's the design. I suppose there's lots of bits for it to catch on, but yeah, because a lot of people seem to have this problem. Anyway, got me bits. What have I ordered? I've ordered a string that's blind cord, I think it's called, from Amazon. It's 1.2 millimeters thick, 20 meters long, far too long, but at least I've got some spare in case this happens again. Also got some springs because I couldn't find the original. They are, it's a bit dark in here actually. They are 5 millimeters in diameter. The reason I got 5 millimeters is diameter. I wanted to make sure they fit in that little slot at the bottom. Like the other spring, that fits in there. That's a bit smaller, so it's probably, if you can get ones that's smaller than 5 millimeters in diameter, it'd be best. But these do just about fit in there, so hopefully that'll be the right size. It's about 4 centimeters long. Only really needed 2 centimeters, but I didn't have one, so 4 centimeters long. And the wire is 0.75 millimeters. No, 0.02 millimeters width. Not sure if it'll fit, but anyway, I'll just try and see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a bit of my string to, gosh, it is dark in here. You can probably hear it coming down a little bit of a coldy thing. So here I've worked out that here, if I tie my new bit of string to here, then when I pull the blind up and down, it shouldn't catch. That's just before the little wiggly bit that it goes in. Make sure it doesn't get stuck in there when it goes up and down. But yeah, so if I tie it in there, this bit here, when the blinds are closed as much as it can be, then you'll see this bit here, when I open the blind, this bit moves all the way along to about here when it's fully extended. So it's got a free run along this bit here. First of all, if I put the knot somewhere down here, then it's going to get caught on these little eyelets as it goes up and down. So I want to make sure the knot has got a free run without getting caught on anything. I thought it was going to be okay along there, but just realised we've got these little knobbly bits that it might catch on. So I'll have a look, or it might just go round, up above, down below the knobbly bits, or it might just go just over them like that, because yeah, there's a bit of room at the back, so it might just run over them. I'll see, but that's the idea, to tie the new bit of string there, and then run it through these little knobbly bits, down through these eyelets, and then tie it down there. There's a little hole for it to go through there, and then put it through the spring like that, although my spring's longer, and then tie it off probably at the end of the spring. And the secret is I expect it to get the same amount of tension this side as that side, because the point of the bits of string is to make sure there's an even amount of tension on both sides as you're pulling it up and down. So you can actually pull it up and down with one hand in the middle, and both sides will go up and down at the same rate. Okay, so let's have a go at that. What I've done is I've tied my spring up there and knotted the string to the end of it. And what I'll do is I've unthreaded it from these little chappies. Got cleaned out. We had a spillage, I think, in the caravan a while ago, so I'll clean that bit.
And so with those unthreaded, I'm going to tie my knot with the 2 bits of string there, and I'll tie them just so the string is just taut like that. So it's yeah, so it's not too loose. It's about as tight as I can get. So that there's what I'll then do then when I've tied the knot in it, because the spring's down there, I'll be able to pull this string up and then thread it through these bits, and then when it's in this position, that string should be quite taut like that one, sort of, you know, it's not you know, it's quite compressed. It should be compressed a bit like that, instead of uncompressed like that. So let's see how this goes. Again, I've got to put the camera down because it's difficult to do all this. Well, it's impossible to do all this while holding the camera. And I broke my mini tripod a few months ago, probably years ago now. Never got a replacement for it. So because of that, I've got nowhere to hold it. Although I have got a big tripod. Anyway, I just need to tie the knot here and then I'll show you what happens. Right, so I've tied the knot there, nice and tight. It worked as I said. So with this uncoiled, just do it as tight as you can, with the string as tight as you can while you tie the knot in it. And then when you thread these bits here, the spring down here will just get a little bit tighter with a little bit of tension on it. And that seems to work now. So it all seems to work. So what I'll do, look, you can even demonstrate it now by moving all the way down with one finger. A little bit stiff, there you go. maybe use a few fingers, but there you go. And you can see the knot sliding as well, all the way back. So that's where it goes to. So when it's fully open, the springs are both a little bit taut, that one and that one. And again, I'll close it and watch the knot. It'll slide all the way along to there. So there we go, knot sliding along there. Because obviously what you don't want is that knot to be going through there and down there. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Only slight concern is this spring being bigger than the other one. Hopefully it won't stick out too much or at all. It's at the bottom of the blind, so it won't be noticeable if it does stick out. But hopefully it should be all right. So I'll put it back on the caravan. And there we are, all fitted in the van. Lovely jubbler. I shall demonstrate it working. I can even put it up with one hand. There we go, as easy as that. And there we go. So nice one, happy with that. Obviously I've got a lot of spare string and springs because I have a feeling it'll probably happen again. If not to that blind, probably another one because it's such a common problem. Anyway, I hope you found this vlog interesting and got what you want from it. And our next stop is it's in a few days' time actually. I don't know when you'll be watching this. I'm just going to release one tonight on Cromarsh Gifford, so this one will probably be released next week. And so on Thursday, probably Thursday after you're watching this, we shall be going to a lovely, sunny Southport. Yes, because we've been there before and we loved it. So yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Laters taters.